Okay, let's get into it. For today's deep dive, we're looking at a really modern problem.
Hmm.
It's how e-commerce scammers are, twisting these platforms that we all trust to run what, on the surface, look like perfectly fine businesses.
And today we're focusing on a case study called TrueEase.
True Ease, so what's their deal?
Well, they're an online store. They sell watches, a bunch of other products, and their main hook is these remarkably low prices. And, of course, free shipping.
And it runs on Shopify, right? Which is a big part of the problem.
Exactly. It's running on Shopify's infrastructure, which gives it this air of legitimacy.
So you get that secure-looking, familiar checkout process. But right away, the sources you sent over point to a major red flag, and that's the trust score.
Precisely. Yeah. Despite being on a trusted platform, a tool called Scam Advisor, which checks like 40 different data points, it gave TrueEase a really low trust score.
So that's a weird thing, right? The
Great thing.
platform seems safe, but the business itself is shady.
And that brings us to the anatomy of the deception. It's pretty textbook once you see it.
Sure. It all starts with the timeline, with when the site was created. It was only registered in October 2025. That's very recent. Why is that so important?
Because it means there's been basically zero time for any real customer feedback to build up.
Ah, so no negative reviews to warn people off yet.
None. And they pair that newness with the pricing bait. The goal is just to get as much money as possible, as fast as possible.
So we're talking about those too good to be true deals.
Exactly. I mean, we're seeing things like a $200 watch listed for, what, $49.99?
Wow.
That price is specifically designed to trigger a kind of psychological override. It pushes you past your natural skepticism because the deal just feels too good to miss.
And once they've got you past that point, the scam just keeps going with the product itself. It's
Yeah.
not just a bad deal. It's deliberate misrepresentation.
That's right. TrueEase uses these very polished stock images, misleading descriptions, but what people actually report getting is extremely low quality items.
Or something that looks nothing like the photo.
Right, products that bear no resemblance at all. And if the product is fake, you can bet the customer support is even more so.
So this is where the whole thing really falls apart for the customer, the non-existent support.
This is what shows you it's a scam. Anyone trying to chase a missing order or get a refund, they just get complete silence. Or maybe an automated response.
Right. A real business needs to keep customers. They need good service.
Of course. A legitimate business wants that lifetime value. A smash and grab operation like this, they just need your first payment. They don't care what happens after that.
Which feeds right into the whole delivery issue, the long delays, things just never showing up.
Yeah, and the fake tracking numbers. They send you something that looks real, but it leads nowhere.
But the real insight here, I think, is how they use a platform like Shopify to pull this off. How do they leverage that security?
They are, in effect, buying legitimacy. They pay Shopify's fee, and in return, they get access to all those trusted tools.
So when you, the shopper, go to checkout, you see that secure payment system. You see the little padlock icon,
The SSL certificate, yeah. And that tells you the transaction is secure.
but not the seller.
Exactly. You assume that security extends to the whole business, but you're actually just funding a ghost operation. It's what you could call security indicator spoofing.
So the final verdict from our sources is clear. TrueEase is just a deliberate fraud. A smash and grab, as you said.
Yeah, it's confirmed by the non-existent service, the impossible prices, and, of course, the pattern of non-delivery or sending counterfeit goods.
So the takeaway for you listening has to be that a verifiable track record and, customer service you can actually reach, that has to matter more than a crazy discount.
Don't let the promise of a deal override your judgment.
And here's a final thought to leave you with. That $49 watch isn't just about the money you lost. It's about the erosion of trust. You're funding a fraudulent cycle that relies completely on the branding and security of these massive legitimate platforms to mislead you. So stay sharp and keep questioning the systems you trust.